What's up everybody, another beautiful day in the Dragon Isles. First week of M Plus is rolled over and massive nerfs are inbound to a lot of bosses and trash a lot of us struggled with, as there was some rough tuning on a few bosses and trash mobs. The Ruby Life Pool Dragons, anyone? So taking a look at the dreaded Ruby Life Pools, the small Scorchlings no longer cast Burning Touch. Thunderhead and Flame Gullet, the big ass dragons, are now visible from much further away, so skipping them or not being ambushed by them is gonna be a lot easier. The cast time of Thunderhead's Storm Breath and Flame Gullet's Flame Breath has been increased to 3 seconds up from 2 seconds, and Primalist Flame Dancer's Flame Dance channel duration is increased to 6 seconds instead of 4. Blazebound Destroyer's Living Bomb, its periodic damage has been reduced by 40%. Then you have the Tempest Channeler's Lightning Storm, periodic damage and duration have both been reduced by 20%. Second boss, Kokia Blazehoof, has had their health reduced by 15%, making the fight a lot more manageable, as well as the Blazebound Firestorm ad they spawn has had their health reduced by 20%. And the last boss, S, Kiraka and Urquhart Stormvein, their health has been reduced by 10%, and while the dragon Kiraka is grounded, Flamespit will now target a maximum of 3 players, and it used to be 5. Some welcome nerfs here. Last boss only targeting up to 3 players with Flamespit rather than 5 is huge, as that one was extremely rough to deal with for a lot of healers. And the overall trash nerfs to make skips easier, to dodge abilities, and so you just don't flat out instantly die is awesome. Maybe I can grind it some more. Then we have Algeth'ar Academy. The aggravated Skitterfly, their darting sting, has had its damage reduced by 25% and should now try to sting different targets. So hopefully if you pull 3 or 6 of these, all of them won't instantly sting and one-shot your healers. And for the overgrown ancient tree boughs, the ancient branch health has been reduced by 40%, which is the big ad that you need to kill, making the DPS check a lot simpler, as when it dies, it will heal any ads alive, so being able to kill it in between spawns or just as a pack spawns makes the fight a whole lot easier. Then we have the Azure Vaults. The Conjured Lasher's health has been reduced by 20%, and the Arcane Tender's infused ground damage has been reduced by 33%, which is great for all us melee players who likes to dip our toes into ground effects. Then we have Azure Blade, the second boss. Their overwhelming energy damage has been reduced by 25%, as well as overwhelming energy cast time has been increased to 3 seconds from 2. There is now also a delay before overwhelming energy inflicts damage and expels ancient orb fragments, which used to instantly inflict damage. And ancient orb damage has also been reduced by 25%, although you should still try not getting hit by them. I would have loved the nerf to the frost bomb puddles on the third boss as well, but hey, we get what we get. The only spooky part of Azure Vault though is the second boss, so nerfs to that boss are great. In the Halls of Valor, we have Ebon Claw Vorg. Leap for the Throat's damage has been reduced by 20%. They're probably still gonna kill players, but less now. Fenrir, the Wolfy boss, Claw Frenzy cast time increased to 1 second, which used to be instant, and now has a visual to indicate that the damage it inflicts is split by targets in the area effect, which is a welcome change, as not a lot of players seems to know that you need to split this damage. Some even refuse to. I legit had a hunter in one of my groups that just said no when I asked if he could go into melee to split it. No. And then I died. So I guess the hunter won? Well played. The Naka defensive, we have a ton of trash nerfs. Soul Harvester's Death Bolt Volley cast time increased to 3 seconds, used to be 1.5. Thank Jeebus for that. Soul Harvester's Death Bolt Volley and Shatter Soul are now also cast less frequently. Corruptor's Death Bolt cast time has been increased to 2 seconds, up from 1.5, and Necrotic Eruption is now cast less frequently, as well as Death Speaker's Chant of the Dead. Its cast time increased to 8 seconds and also cast less frequently. The Risen Mystic's Swift Wind cast time increased to 3 seconds, used to be 2, and the Warrior's Mortal Strike duration has been reduced to 4 seconds, used to be 10, and it's also now cast less frequently, so maybe the tanks in my groups will cry less here. The Desecrated Ahuna's Rotting Wind range has been reduced to 25 yards, used to be 40 yards, and it's now cast less frequently. Now these are all awesome changes, and hopefully it will make trash before third boss a lot nicer to melee, and range as well, but I legit fear those packs as melee, as there's just about 284 billion different AoEs going on at the same time, whilst you gotta interrupt half of the mobs constantly. That, and the damn visual for the frontal cone is buggy AF. Tell me I got hit here. And the second boss, the Raging Tempest, Electrical Storm storm damage reduced by 15%, and the energy surge duration has been reduced to 8 seconds was 10. Again, it's the only spooky boss in that dungeon, so this one makes a lot of sense. Then we have the Temple of Jade Serpent. Depraved Mistweaver's Defiling Mist, damage reduced by 20%, so maybe it doesn't one-shot squishes if you're slow with the interrupts. And their Touch of Ruin's initial aura is now a curse effect instead. Then we have the Wise Calamari. They've improved the visibility on the Corrupted Gazer's warning effects. Maybe now a certain druid I play with will be able to not die from this. And the Shaw of Doubt, the last boss. Touch of Nothingness, damage reduced by 20%. This dot was really rough, so 20% nerf is great. Could perhaps have been nerfed more, but we'll see during Tyrannical Week how this plays out. And the Bounce of Reality reduces damage taken by 99% on the boss instead of granting immunity to all damage. You can still slap away and proc stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this set of nerfs. Now, I guarantee you there will be more nerfs as more and more players get into M+ and get into higher keys where you can really see the issues with some of these dungeons. Doing, for example, a Shadow Moon Burial on 16 compared to a Ruby Life Pool on 16 is a vast difference, mainly due to a few trash pulls and a few bosses. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments how your M+ journey has gone so far. Any 20s in chat? I myself only did a cool 18. And yeah, don't forget the usual stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It really helps me out. If you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments or become a patron or Twitch sub and get access to the Stankie Discord where you can get help with anything PvE related. I'm also streaming all of our raid progression on Twitch, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.